My name is Sarah Hartley. I'm a Development Officer for Irvas. I have a number of years' experience at manager level within small and medium-sized voluntary sector organisations, along with a number of years in local authorities. My background is in housing and supporting vulnerable adults, but more recently I have worked in organisations working with environmental concerns. I also have some private sector experience and have a keen interest in administrative and business sides of organisations. East Riding Voluntary Action Services, Irvas, and the Two Ridings Community Foundation have partnered to deliver the Future Builders project. This is supported by the East Riding of Yorkshire Future Communities Initiative, which is facilitated by East Riding of Yorkshire Council and funded by RWE via the Goulfields Wind Farms Community Fund. Two Ridings Community Foundation is a grant-making charity that supports North and East Yorkshire, York and Hull. The foundation has distributed over £8 million to over 3,000 projects across the area and has raised an endowment of over £4 million for the long-term benefit of local communities. Irvas is an infrastructure organisation established as an independent organisation in 2007. Our role is to support and represent the VCS, and we do this by providing a wide range of services. Irvas has a long history of partnership working to meet the needs of the community across the East Riding of Yorkshire and has a wide range of expertise that can be called on to support this project. Consultation was undertaken in 2009 as part of the Make It Better campaign. We identified a need for training around governance in organisations. Our own development officers worked in the sector and echoed these findings, and our accountancy service, Phoenix, has worked with organisations who unfortunately have fallen foul of accounting and governance regulations and compliance with HMRC rules. We've also received feedback from one-to-one support sessions and meetings as part of the Hague Confident Futures pre-launch research. During initial phases, organisations may need support to understand your responsibilities, to understand your constitution or other governing document, develop your policies and procedures, and understand how to take things like minutes and navigate your way around the various legislative requirements. This can be extremely daunting for new trustees whose main reasons for setting up the organisation in the first place are to provide support to the communities based on a gap that they've identified. During periods of growth, you may need support to employ people, to develop HR policies and procedures, look at changes in your accounting system and develop robust procedures and policies. And you may also need support around volunteer management and recruitment. In my experience, this can be daunting and you just want to get on with delivering the service that you were set up to deliver. And this programme is designed with this in mind, to provide you with the skills and the knowledge you need and to make governing the organisation much easier and more effective. This project aims to provide training opportunities, practical support and increased local engagement so that your groups can sustain economic growth and promote social inclusion. By providing specific support to individuals within the VCS organisations, we aim to improve your capacity and increase your long-term sustainability. As a result of this project, we aim to see organisations that will be empowered and in a stronger position to contribute to the economic growth within the East Riding of Yorkshire. But more importantly, it will increase your resilience and support you to become more sustainable, which will ensure that there are services available to support the diverse communities across the East Riding of Yorkshire for years to come. Future Builders consists of a number of different complementary elements: free training opportunities, intensive one-to-one support, trustee volunteering opportunities and brokerage, trustee networking, and some free how-to guides. We will provide intensive development support to 10 organisations around developing better governance by reviewing current governance arrangements across a range of areas, including the governing document, regulator requirements, policies and procedures, decision-making, trustees, staff and volunteer management. And we will develop together a tailored action plan to support organisations in improving their governance. This will be delivered in 2 stages. 5 organisations will receive this intensive support between April and August this year, with a further 5 organisations in between September and February 2022. We'll be taking applications for the first tranche by 9th of March this year. This will involve considerable investment in terms of time and commitment by the organisation, and it is important that you have agreement at a board level to undertake this programme and receive this support. In return, you will receive one-to-one support to help you assess your current governance arrangements and effectiveness, develop action plans for change, and we will provide resources to help you achieve your goals. If you would like to register your interest and apply for one of the places, go onto our website over the next few days and complete the short form. A second round of applications will be available in August this year for a further 5 organisations. We will also provide intensive development support to a limited number of organisations focusing on succession planning. This is part of the good governance picture and impacts on the whole organisation and helps build a culture of training and development, reflection and transparency in relation to roles and responsibilities. These are all building blocks of success. This part of the project is being delivered by Lou Obi-Drake, who is a consultant who's working for the Two Ridings Community Foundation. You may have attended her launch last Thursday, and it will be repeated on the 12th of February at 11 o'clock. Lou will be working with a few organisations intensively, but we will produce materials to support other voluntary and community groups with succession planning, ensuring that you are more resilient, sustainable and future ready. So this slide hopefully shows how the 2 different types of intensive support relate and support each other. You need to have a solid foundation in place in terms of your governance and how effective your board of trustees is. If you identify that there is a need and a shared desire to improve, then applying to be one of the organisations that receive intensive development support may be the way forward for your organisation to ensure that a solid base is built. If you are happy that your board operates effectively and works well together, you may be starting to look towards the future and your need to build the board. This is where the intensive support on succession planning comes in, and I encourage you therefore to attend the launch event on the 12th of February. We have a planned programme of organisational training opportunities to empower and support VCS to increase your skills and your resilience, specifically around good governance, linking into the Charity Commission requirements around the Essential Trustee and the Charity Good Governance Code, as well as volunteer and trustee recruitment and retention, and a brief overview of succession planning. We had hoped to be able to deliver the programme through a series of live workshops across the region. However, this will remain under constant review as the current situation develops. The foundation level will be delivered digitally on Friday mornings at 10 o'clock throughout March. There are 4 modules which will look at the role, duties and responsibilities of a trustee, legal structures and charitable status, and board and committee structures. These 4 workshops will provide you with a sound introduction to the role, and I do encourage you to attend all 4. These will be available to book via Eventbrite, and details can be found on the Urvas events calendar. They will be interactive events with workbooks issued prior to the event so that you can apply your learning to your own organisation. The essential level will look in more detail at trustee responsibilities, what makes good governance, and developing your board. And there will be additional modules on some optional extras, for example, on specific roles such as the chair. We hope to be able to deliver these as live workshops, so as yet no dates have been agreed. These are aimed at trustees, but also as managers, so that they can understand the governance of an organisation and the trustee's role in more detail. We will increase networking opportunities across the area by developing a trustee network to enable trustees to feel supported and to enable them to provide peer support. We will also support organisations to engage with existing mechanisms available, including the Local Links Network and the Youth Coalitions Network, both of which are currently provided by URVAS, and working with the Two Ridings Community Foundation Hey Confident Futures project. This project is a network and leadership development programme for staff, volunteers and trustees from social and cultural organisations within Hull and East Riding. Alongside the above, we will also provide volunteer brokerage, supporting organisations with the recruitment of volunteers and trustees. URVAS manage the only accredited volunteer centre within the East Riding of Yorkshire and has provided recruitment, brokerage and development support to VCS organisations around all aspects of volunteer management, as well as supporting and developing volunteers across our own organisation and projects. We are also the lead on volunteering for young people through our Volunteen project, which works with young volunteers, VCS organisations, statutory partners, schools and other educational establishments to train, recruit and support young volunteers. We are currently increasing our resources to ensure trusteeship is promoted as a volunteering opportunity, and this project will enhance our ability to provide that brokerage facility. As we work on this project, we will continue to develop resources around governance. These will be made available on our website, and as ever, they will be a free resource. We are always interested to know if there's something that you need, some support, and we will always do our best to provide that. It is worth looking at our website, as we have recently developed new resources such as our policy toolkit and our funding toolkit. Our organisational development pages have recently been reviewed and contain much more and updated information for you to draw upon. So how do you get involved? Well, 1 hour every Friday morning throughout March, I will be running the workshops on foundations to good governance. As I said, these will be interactive and allow you to take away some action points for your own organisation. And these will be available for booking online over the next few days. If you are interested in finding out more about the succession planning support, sign up for Lou's information event on the 12th of February. If you are interested in being one of the organisations receiving the intensive support, either for governance or succession planning, have a look at the website again in the next few days for more information and the application form. So I've reached the end of the presentation. My contact details are here. I work remotely, so email is the best way to contact me. And I'm now going to be able to take any questions that you have.